Guys, I'm not going to even. You guys know, if you have been rocking with me, you guys know why I'm embarrassed to come on here. No, I'm not going to even go into that. For persons who are new, I'm gonna say hi. It is a girl Sashelle. Thank you guys for my lovely subscribers who have been rocking with a girl. Thank you. I really love and appreciate you guys and honor you guys because you guys have not fail to rock with me and ride out the waves. And even though I haven't been posting, you guys have been watching the old videos, you have been commenting, and you have been enjoying it. And a lot of persons have been saying, oh my god, Sashelle, you don't have any idea what your regimen have done for my hair and your recommendations and all of that. And it just makes me just like, I owe you guys this video. So one of my subbies, well, quite a few of you guys have been doing that, but the latest one that I get, I'll put it right here, is a comment that is saying like, so what is happening with your hair, what has been going on, and all of that. And I was like, oh my god, I owe this to you guys to come here and just kind of update you and let you guys know what is going on with my hair, at least show you. But I decided to give you guys a bit of an update, while also kind of giving you an updated regimen. Yeah, you can call it that, an updated regimen. So I'm not gonna ramble on too much. It's a lot of valuable information that is gonna be in this video, so I just want to get straight into that video. So let us go. All right, so guys, so this is my hair. And if you're rocking with a girl, you know that your girl was born with very fine strand of hair. I have been working to improving the health of my hair, not the length, yes, but more so the health of my hair, and the thickness of my hair has been my main priority for my hair growth journey. And as you can see, in terms of thickness and body and volume and all of that, you can definitely tell that your girl has been progressing so nicely with that. So let us just go into the status of my hair. My hair is freshly relaxed about 2 days now. I have gone with a touch-up relaxer. I had relaxed about 7 weeks ago. It was my due time, like 3 months post relaxer, so it was time for a relaxer. But then I had an event to go and I wanted to do a sleep back ponytail, and to be honest, I needed to get cause in that 1 month, like in that month and 2 weeks that I had gotten a perm, my hair was already so thick already in the roots, so it was definitely not giving slip back. It was definitely not a slip back material, so I had to kind of touch up the hair. So I run through very quickly, just getting the very root of the hair, washed it out, and yeah. So I wanted to speak on what I have been doing, and updated regimen, or what I've been doing new to my hair that has probably changed the game, you can say. Yeah, so I got a trim also. As you know, when I get a relaxer, I get a trim also. So I've chopped off probably about 1.5 inches, and the 6 weeks ago when I got my actual relaxer, I already did cut off 1 inch. So I'm probably about 3 inches less than I was, but that's no problem. You guys know my preferred length of hair is really a little bit below my shoulders, so this is a little longer than my preferred length, but that is not the point. Our hair is looking good, and that is all that matters. All right, so in this video for the regimen, I want to talk about 4 things that has been essential to my new method of doing my hair, my new routine. 1, texturizing. 2, not washing. 3, frequent cuts. And 4, overall just listening to my hair. All right, so I'm gonna start with number 4 first, because this is the basis of everything. So I have been not holding on to a regimen. I have been not against a regimen, but I have been anti-regimen in terms of me just saying listen to your hair more, rather than setting a routine of doing things. Allowing your hair to guide you as to what it needs or what should be done to it at that point in your relaxed hair journey will be much more beneficial than you setting a routine or a regimen. A regimen ideally will tell you, use this product at this amount of time, at this specific period of time, for this long, and do this at this given time. Pretty much that is what the regimen is telling you to do. So typically I would have a regimen to wash every 2 weeks, at least a protein treatment at least every month to 2 months, get a trim at every relaxer, use certain amount of products, use your LCO method at night and all of that. Those are typically what my regimen is. If you don't remember those, you can go back to this very old video here, which is probably the only video I have on my regimen. I don't remember, probably. Yeah, so if you want to go into details of that, my scheduled regimen, then you can look at that video. But in this video, I'm telling you, I have not been sticking to a regimen. I have been anti-regimen. I have been an advocate now of listening to your hair at that. Listening to my hair, what it needs in that very moment, on to unforeseen events that may arise in a journey that needs to be remedied at this present moment before it escalates. So let us go into the actual things that I have done, which will come back to this whole ideology that I have created. Alright, so first things first, I have been leaning towards the texturizing form of relaxing. I don't use a texturizer. Some relaxers are advertised as texturizers. I haven't been doing that. I have just really been releasing the texture in my hair and not necessarily relaxing my hair, and not necessarily texlaxing my hair, because you know texlax is like almost like you're under processing your hair. They don't say it is like that, but to me it is like that. It is more under processed than it is relaxed. And then you have relaxing your hair, which is really cutting down all of the texture and getting it bone straight, or getting it to the point where most of the texture is removed from the hair. I am in between that. I'm at the stage where I release enough texture to make it straight, but not all of the texture to lose all of the natural texture of my hair. So when my hair is relaxed, you can still see the waves in my hair like if it is texlax, but not that much. But as you see how this falls in its natural state, even though it's freshly relaxed, you can see the texture in it, you can feel it and all of that. This has been a proven method for me, and it has been effective. How do I achieve this? I pretty much just go through at my normal pace. I don't hurry to go through. I don't set a timer on how long I keep the relaxer in. I just take my time naturally, how I would put in it in my hair, and once I go through my entire hair, I pretty much wash it out. That gives me the desired texture, and I don't have a timeline. I don't set a schedule. I don't want it to be so black and white, right? So I do that, and I get that. That has been my perfect timing to get the texture in my hair. So my hair is not under processed, and a lot of texture is left in your hair. When you do leave texture in your hair, this means that a lot of the protein bonds, natural protein bonds that is in the hair, is not broken down, which means that you would have retained a lot of the protein in your hair. The more protein in your hair, the more healthier the state of your hair, and more resistant your hair is to breakage. So it's almost like when you do a relaxer, you would have broken down all of that protein, and you have to pray to God that your hair just kind of withstands the pressure. Versus now you leave in the texture, you have those fighting or those mechanisms that kind of just holds the hair together and makes it less likely to break than it would if it is in a relaxed state. I don't really like the texlax phase because I do think that makes it also prone to damage, because your hair is in that coarser state, that state of I don't even know where my hair is, and it becomes a bit confusion. It's hard to really style and all of that. Some persons texlax and it's fine, but I find that a lot of persons with texlax, they end up either going to relax or going natural because it's just too much. And a lot of times you texlax, the next time you relax your hair, you end up getting a lot more, you're losing a lot more texture. It's like you're not getting your perfect texlax phase. So I feel like this is the perfect balance between the relaxed and the texlax. It makes your hair soft and manageable and not so textured, but it just feels very nice. It's not, I don't know if you would consider that as texturizing. I kind of consider that as texturizing because I feel like I've released a lot of texture, but I've retained enough to keep my hair. This has been effective for me because it has kept the volume in my hair being someone who is thicker, that is very beneficial because leaving some texture in your hair allows for the movement, the manageability, the volume, and the thickness to be retained in your hair. So that is how I can keep my hair looking as thick as it does as you're seeing it now, because I retain some of my texture while, you know, having that sleek look that I like when my hair is relaxed. So yeah. Next thing that I have been doing, I haven't been washing my hair, and I know you guys, it's not that I'm nasty and it's not that I'm lazy, maybe a little bit, but it's just me being strapped for time. And also, this has been a method that I have been doing way back when, before I was in a regimen. I realized that even though I didn't have a routine or anything like that, I wasn't paying attention to my hair, so my hair wasn't really growing, but it wasn't falling off either. It was just at that stage where it was not breaking but not growing. But sometimes you have to pick out sense out of the nonsense and understand what has been going on. So when I don't wash my hair, I'm able to retain a lot of length, and I'm able to also retain a lot of thickness, plus I'm able to minimize the amount of split ends that I get. How is that possible, Sashelle? Well, if you are a relaxed girl, and especially if you are bone straight, you will know that water detangling relaxed hair, or detangling relaxed hair when it is super wet, is the single most annoying thing, and the thing that will cause the most breakage to your hair, and you will lose a lot of hair. So you will find that you're going through a regimen, you're doing so well, but the moment you go through your wash day, it is hell and powder house, because at the end of the day, you start getting knots, you start getting tangles, your hair starts to break, right? So a lot of persons dread relaxed hair wash days because of that. I have been minimizing the wash days because I found that I've been receiving too much breakage during the wash days, and sometimes I don't receive breakage at all until wash day. So it has not been effective. Of course, we can't neglect washing our hair, but what we can do is minimizing. I am able to effectively do that because I don't sweat in my hair, so I won't come off with a scent. Even if I don't wash my hair for 3 months, which I have done, being in braids or protective styling, I have done that. I don't carry a smell in my hair. Persons who are prone to acne, especially if they're sweat and their hair is dirty or so, it might not be effective for you. This is not a hard and fast method. You can and you cannot do it. It all depends on what works for you. But I'm telling you, if you minimize the amount of time that you relax your hair, that you wash your hair, a lot of the friction and the over manipulation that goes on into wash day will be minimized to a great extent if you minimize your wash days. As crazy as it sounds, it's not just a method that I do, but I remember when I remember years ago when I watched Brianna Rashay is her name, before I was even a YouTuber, and she used to say she don't wash her hair, and persons would be like, oh my god, and persons were going crazy about her not really washing her hair that often. But I could understand where she came from, because I was at a point where I was doing that too, and it was proven effective. Now I have been taking up back that method, and that method has been so effective for me, minimizing my wash days to once a month, once a 3 week, once or twice in 2 months, just doing whatever my hair is telling me at the time. Half of the time I'm in protective styling that can be taken down, and when I do take them down, I just wash it. So it's like that. If you also have in protective styling, for example braids and all of that, you don't need to wash your hair in protective styling. Half of the time when people do that, is just to say they're keeping a clean scalp and they want to refresh the braids. It has nothing to do with growing your hair or your hair being healthy, because quite frankly, if you do wash your hair when in box braids, the likelihood of you receiving knots and breakage is so high. Because when you wet that hair in the box braids, you see, when you're taking that out, you will frighten how much knots and tie up and all of that you will experience in your hair just because you have washed it. The worst thing that can happen to me, for me to be in box braids for a long period of time and then get it wet and then take them out, my hair is a hot mess after that. So when I'm in box braids, I literally do not sorry, someone is sending me a message. I literally do not trouble my hair until it's time to take it down. So if I'm in the box braid for 2 months, it's 2 months without a wash. That is just to show you that it's not like I'm sitting down and not washing my hair, but sometimes you don't really have to kill yourself to wash your hair, because it has proven effective. The less amount of time you wash your hair, the less amount of manipulation, and the less likelihood of breakage. So it's a win-win situation. I must say that if you take on this approach, ensure that you do your deep condition, you cleanse your hair, purify your hair on the next wash day. Then ensure that you get in your deep conditioning in and re-moisturize your hair to prepare for that next stretch of hair. Of course, you will have build-up, you will have product build-up, and your hair may be greasy or weighed down. If that is not a problem for you, as it is not for me, because I'm home all the time and I really don't need to style my hair, it has not been a problem for me. Consider that as a potential con to this method. If you are someone who has their hair out all the time, or you have to go out and you can't bother with weigh down, this is a con to that procedure. But let us move into what I have been doing otherwise. So another part of listening to my hair, I have taken on an approach to cut as necessary. So once upon a time, it was me cutting every time I get a relaxer, which is effective. Most times before I relax, I don't really have a lot of split ends or breakage for me to cut. Unevenness does not say split ends, guys. A lot of times you guys would come for me and say, oh, your hair needs to be cut. Not because all of your hair is not on the same level does not mean your hair is damaged or your ends are damaged. If you can follow through with my relaxed hair journey video, which I'll put here, you will see at a point one side of my hair was up here and one side was down here, because I literally cut into the shape of wherever the split ends is or where the breakage is, and it end up with I was cutting like this. So once I was down here, once I was up here, and I didn't mind because I cut off what I know was necessary to be cut off. Another person would say, but you know, what are you holding? I'm not holding on to anything. But I know how my hair grows. This side was struggling, and even if I cut this side to meet this side, which I've done multiple times, this side will grow way past it and this side will still be here. So I was just working with what was happening at that given moment. So with that being said, now when I'm doing my cuts now, normally I would wait until it's the next relaxer, which is 3 months after I get a relaxer. Normally now I would just look at my hair and say, okay baby, what is going on with you now? What do you want? Do you need a little bit of moisture? Do you need a little cut? And I'll go through it. Whatever my hair feels like it needs at that given point in time, that is what I work with. So if during that point in the month I look at my ends and I see like I'm getting a little bit of split ends or so, I trim it as I go along. This remedies the problem before it escalates into a big problem. Alright, so for example, I was sitting here and I took up this very brutal comb. I don't use these in my hair. These are sharp, they're not good for the scalp, they are fine tooth comb, and they easily cause breakage. Plus, it is destroyed. So this is an additional means of breakage. And because I was doing the video, I just hurry, grab it to comb through the hair so I could pretty much show you. That little action of laziness, or that little moment I took up this comb to comb through my hair, could have caused some amount of damage or some amount of breakage that we didn't even foresee prior to doing that. But it's a simple thing like that. No matter if you're in a regimen, or if you are doing a routine or so, simple things like that can pop up in the routine that throws your hair off. You can style your hair a particular way, use a particular styling tool, and get some amount of breakage. Which is why in this, a regimen that tells you to cut at a certain given amount of time might not be necessary. So I work with what my hair is telling me at that given amount of time. Let me give you another example. I normally say, if you do protein conditioning this week, do a moisturizing conditioning the next week. So every 2 weeks or so, I will alternate between, every week I'll alternate between moisturizing and a protein conditioner. However, if I'm due for a protein conditioner today and my hair feels pretty coarse, my hair feels like it's dry and it feels a bit brittle and it just does not feel, it feels lifeless, I would have ascertained that, hey, maybe I don't need protein this week. Even though my regimen tells me, do a protein treatment this week, I'm going to go against that regimen. I'm going to say, my hair needs protein treatment at this particular time. Maybe after this I can keep up with the regimen, but no, this is what I need for my hair. So this is why I say I'm not sticking to a routine or regimen. I'm not going to recommend a regimen. I'm just going to say work with what your hair has been doing, and that is what I have been doing. I haven't been rigorously protein treating every month because my hair feels good with protein since I'm doing no lie. I haven't really need it. So I haven't been doing much of a protein treatment anymore. I've been minimizing my my moisturizing, my deep conditioning, because I haven't been washing that much often. I have a lot of build up, or I have enough moisture throughout my hair, natural and those products that I've added in. So I haven't had the need to really deep condition everything. But what I do is that I ensure that I at least leave the conditioning in my hair with a steam cap to steam up a bit, but I don't necessarily feel like I have to do a deep conditioning, and most of the time I don't really have the time for it. But deep conditioning won't hurt, it does, so deep condition away regardless. But I'm just bringing those points to say you can't be too hard and fast on a regimen, and that's why I'm an anti-regimen now, because I want persons to be more focused on getting their hair to the point where they will listen to their hair, listen to the texture, listen to the breakage, listen to the shedding. These are the things that are going to be cues as to what your hair needs. Just listen to it at that point and work with what your hair is saying at that point. So I'm talking about the change in how I relax my hair. I talk about minimizing wash day, and I talk about cutting. So ideally, these are the things that I've changed. As it relates to my products, same products across the board. Any conditioner, a moisturizing base, any shampoo, a purifying shampoo, and a regular moisturizing shampoo, whatever it is. Conditioner, I always use my Aussie 3-minute Miracle Moist No. I also, for my moisture based conditioner, then I use my ORS olive oil, or my olive oil hair mayo for my protein based conditioning. I do my deep conditioner with my 3 minute Miracle Moist. Oh my god, I can talk. I follow through with those in my Jamaican black castor oil, still my favorite oil, my oil that will never change, the oil that changed the game for me personally, still the only oil that I rely on. My products did not change. My approach to my hair regimen has changed. It may appear that I'm a bit lazier because I don't touch my hair much more often than I would. It appears that I do less to my hair and that I don't really have a structure and all of that, but I'm completely fine with that because I just work with what my hair is saying. If I'm gonna go 2 weeks and I don't oil my scalp, my hair just doesn't feel like I need oil in my scalp. And it has been progressing nicely because one of the main things why it's progressing nicely is because I'm touching it less and I'm doing less, and I'm just tying it away, keeping it away from my shoulders, and just listening to it as I go along. And as you can see, we're not doing too bad at all. Haven't been measuring my hair. I haven't been focused on, the unnecessary things like length check and all of those things which most persons focus on. As for me, once I am in a phase where my hair is thick and looks good, I'm good. I don't really care about those minor things, as you guys would have known already. So guys, just on an end note, listen to your hair. Let your hair create its own regimen. Don't set a schedule on when you do this and when you do that and what you do use. Just listen to your hair. Your hair will tell you. When it's moisturized, it will tell you that it is. When it needs moisture, it will tell you that it needs it. Listen to the texture of your hair and your feel of your hair. That will change the game. That is what's gonna turn your hair around and change the game. Trust me when I say this. So guys, I just want to thank you for just taking the time out to listen to your girl, taking the time out for still watching the videos, taking the time out for still working with the girls, still leaving a comment, still reaching out to find out how I'm doing and all of that. I have no explanation as to my absence other than the fact that I'm just really sorting out life. I should do a life update, but that's gonna make me very vulnerable, and I really don't like to bring that amount of energy onto this platform. But I think I owe it to you guys to kind of explain that, because a lot of person might be going through what I'm going through, but I just have not wanted to do videos. I've lost a lot of passion in a lot of things because I have been super depressed, but that is for another time. I just wanted to, I know I owe it to you guys to come here and give you some information, because I know a lot of persons don't have the information for you. So I'm not turning my back on you guys. I'm not closing down my channel, definitely not. But I have been taking a much needed break, and yeah, I will go into that in the next video once I find the strength to really go through it. But I just wanted to bring this video to you guys so you can see and to just address this question that someone had asked me, and I just it has been sitting on my mind, so I needed to do this video. So guys, until I see you again, hopefully it's not 10 years time. Bear with me. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all your support. Ta-da!